Well, now we turn to politics and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and allegations of racist rhetoric during an appearance on Fox News. He suggested it was unvaccinated African Americans in Texas who are to blame for the state's latest surge of COVID-19. ABC 13 reporter Erica Simon is joining us right now. And Erica, we're hearing from folks all over the country, political leaders who are condemning what he had to say.
They are, Mel, and they're condemning it very quickly. Mayor Sylvester Turner, all the way up to the national NAACP president, are calling his claims baseless and offensive. Folks are also saying we should be focusing on how to stop the spread of COVID-19 and handling the healthcare shortage, not spewing out things like this. In less than 1 minute, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick created a firestorm. In an interview now being widely shared, he said Democrats like to blame Republicans for the spread of COVID-19, but the biggest group in most states are Black Americans who have not been vaccinated. He went on to say that the last time he checked, quote, over 90% of them vote for Democrats in their major cities and major counties. In a tweet, former HUD Secretary Julian Castro called the comments reprehensible. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner said, quote, the lieutenant governor's statements are offensive and should not be ignored. NAACP President Derek Johnson went a step further and said, quote, Black Texans are not the driving force behind the surge of COVID cases in Texas. His statement is not only baseless, it's racist. Falsely casting blame on the Black community is one of the oldest tricks in the book, and we expect better from an elected official, end quote. So, what are the facts? According to Texas Department of State Health Services, 5.5 million white Texans have been vaccinated with at least one dose, or 34.95%. 1.2 million Black Texans have been vaccinated with at least one dose, or 7.88%. It's important to keep in mind, though, that Black people only make up 11.82% of the population in Texas overall, according to the 2020 census. Mel, while there certainly has been some vaccine hesitancy in the Black community due to this Tuskegee experiment and obviously long history of Blacks not getting the same fair, adequate health care as some whites, the population numbers just don't back Patrick's claims. Texas is a huge state of 29 million people, and as I just said, Black Texans aren't even 12% of that number. The majority is still white, followed by those who identify as Hispanic. Mel?
Wow, Erica, really quite an amazing story. Have we heard a lot, though, from folks in his own party, from other Republicans?
Well, some are saying that the point he was trying to make was about Democratic lines and what Democrats have not done in the fight to stop COVID-19. It wasn't so much about race, it was more so about stick to what your party is doing. So that's what we're hearing this morning. And we've reached out, of course, to Lieutenant Governor's office. We have not heard back from them so far this morning. But again, people all over the country, not just here in Texas, are sharing that snippet of the video and say, regardless of the intent, it just doesn't look and sound very good.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, Erica. I suspect we'll be hearing a lot more about that over the next coming days. Thank you.